you get to that part where so my mum died and the arrangements have been made and I'm staying at her house, you know, staying in her room, and it's easy to bundle up all your feelings into kind of grief. And you're mourning loss. It's a loss that's never ever ever going to be recovered. Do you know what I mean? But then there's also that other layer where, for me, this is not my environment. This is not my life. I don't have a life here. I've made a life for myself somewhere else, and I've been away from that for a long period of time. Do you know what I mean? And I haven't got my ride or die with me. And we've both made sacrifices in regarding this situation, and I don't have any issues with that. It's that, not being able to process my own emotions in my own environment, be in my own home, get in my own bed, have a change of clothes. I've changed of clothes, but, taking my dogs out for a walk, sitting in my garden, walking around my house, looking at my things, in my comfortable, my familiar. I miss that. I miss it terribly. I don't have what I need to make me feel better. I don't have what I need to help me get through this. I don't have what I need, to help take away some of my pain. I don't have that. I'm here. I'm just here in my mum's house, surrounded by her. And it makes it even more difficult to kind of break that down and, process it. It brings comfort. Don't get me wrong. It brings comfort being in her house with her stuff around me. But it's a double-edged sword. It really is. I can't get up and leave and go home to my house. I'm here. I'm here for the long run. That was a choice that I made. You know what I mean? And that's what I intend to do. But it still doesn't take away the feeling of loneliness. The feeling of longing for your own home and for your own life. It's kind of like certain aspects of my life have been put on hold, but the other stuff is just a huge, confusing ball of emotional energy that I'm just trying to make sense of. And I don't have my own surroundings to make that journey smoother. It's hard. There's probably a lot of people that go through this process of grief where they don't have what they need around them, and they have to try and adapt to the situation, not only adapt to a different environment, but also try to understand this amount of emotions that's coursing through your body. It's hard. You don't have that person there that you would normally go to and say, this is how I'm feeling. So then take the next person out of the equation for me, then I'm kind of left trying to figure it out with people that are trying to figure it out as well, and it's difficult. So it's hard being on your own and not being in your own home, because you need that, you need that to help you. You need that normality. You need that stability. It's really, really hard. If there's one tip that I can give you is try to make things as routine as possible. Going to bed, getting up in the morning, at least going out, even down to the shops or something, just to keep some sort of structure in your day, because it really helps. And another thing as well, I think for me, is appetite. I've lost my appetite. I'm not eating like I would do normally, 3 times a day. I'm probably skipping breakfast a lot and then eating lunch really late and then top loading of an evening, so I'm noticing what I'm doing. That's a coping mechanism for me. It really is. I neglect myself in that way, but then I'll justify it by eating a bag of sweets. It's bad. All that is your gut and your brain all work in conjunction with each other. So I know that the crap I'm putting in my body is making me feel a little bit more worse. And so, I'm constantly aware of that. But, just trying to find some sort of normality in all the chaos helps. It really does. It really, really does. Just give yourself what you need, man, and just be really, really gentle with yourself, because you're in a situation But when you find yourself in a situation like this, nobody knows how you feel. You know, they really don't. Because it changes from one minute to the next. It's just down to us to kind of stabilise those feelings. Do you know what I mean?